In 2021, at Katap's farm, we started the pig farm alongside the poultry, and all that was put on 100 by 100 feet plot. You can see that the structures are now permanent. By then we want temporary structures, serious temporary structures. Now, in this video, we're going to share with you how do you handle the piglets in the first week. You can see how they are looking like, just 3 days old. So I want to show you how do we cut the tails or docking the tails of the pig, with the piglets, and how do we give them the iron? What do we do in the first week? So, as you can see, we are disinfecting all the equipment that we use. So we have to use a jig. We put in the water. We measure two covers of the jig into 3 liters of water, so that you can have your equipment disinfected or sterilized. We sterilize using a jig. That is the scissor used to cut the tails. These are happy piglets. You can see, looking cute. After 3 days, you must inject your piglets with iron. This iron helps them to get more blood in the body. You can see they say 2 mils per piglet, and that is 2 mils. So I use a syringe. Of course, this syringe is a bit big. It is a 10 mils capacity. But I have to measure the 10, then I know they are for 5 piglets. These piglets are 7, they are born 7, and it is the first birth of the mother, Cambler breed. These pigs, I was actually giving up on them. I thought they were bad breed, but when I started giving them good feed, that means giving them greens, then also adding in some maize bland, they started getting better. See, I measure only 2 mils, and then I inject in the neck. And here, we don't put in the meat, in the flesh, we put in the skin. It feels pain. And the mother, of course, when you are doing this, you should separate the mother from the younger ones, because the mother can be hostile. However, my pigs know me so much that they can't be hostile here. We know each other, so it knows maybe I'm playing with them. Usually after injecting them with the iron, that's after 3 days, I also do tail docking or cutting of the tails of the piglets. Why do we cut the tails? We cut them because we want the hips to become bigger. When you see a pig which has been cut the tail, it is a bit bigger behind. 2, we also don't want them to fight. These tails, once they are young and growing, they can be able to fight each other, because when they get the tail, they can bite it until it is out, and that means you get injuries in the pigsty, and that's not good for your farm. We don't want to lose any piglet. You cut one by one. This one thought to survive. You see, that's like a smiling pig. So when you're cutting it, you ensure that you hold the tail and you cut it once straight. The scissor should be sharpened and should be tightened so that does not pain it. No, then they're not going to pain. Just try once. We encourage you that when you finish cutting the tails, you ensure there is proper hygiene. This is the time we change the floor beddings, because we don't want to have any infections in the pigsty. Once they get infections, it's of course, that takes away part of your income and takes away, it becomes an expenditure by buying medicine. So ensure there is cleanliness and hygiene is good. After doing everything in the pigsty, then you go and wash whatever you used, the syringe, the scissor, all of that you want to wash it. Of course, this is not blood, it's iron. Iron looks like blood. Those who don't know it, it's supposed to boost the blood in the piglet. So we are washing it now using the same jig. We sterilize it again. We wash everything. You can see our small toolbox here. That toolbox helps us to keep our equipment very well, and it is kept well. When you are a farmer, you must have equipment. I usually say you must have a hammer, you must have a panga, you must have a hoe, you must have the spade, you must have a wheelbarrow. Now here, this is the piggery. You must have your own syringe. Otherwise, if you want to call vets for everything, you might not do it well. You might not maneuver because there is a lot of money involved. This is of course, this is a pair of pliers. I use it also to sometimes to remove the teeth of the piglets. In the next video, shall show you how we also detooth the piglets.